Welcome to this video with me, Duncan Williamson, in which I'm going to show you how to create a step chart in 3 ways. Firstly, I'm going to use dates in column A. Then I'll be using values in column A, but replacing them with dates on the graph. And thirdly, I'll be using values in column A and changing the x-axis axis type to date. This is the raw data. What I've done here is I've just taken the opening share price of Apple for a period from the 16th of December 2021 all the way through to today, actually, which you can see is the 14th of December 2022, and the volume. And I can create step charts for either of those. I copy the tab, create the demo, and we do it this way. Set up the columns here, and I've moved down one line for this reason, that I'm going to take the first date, not the first date, but the first date is going to be the 17th of December 2021. But, crucial thing, the first opening price isn't this one, it's this one. You step up. Make sure you've got a note of that it's the 17th date, but it's the 16th price. Then I'm going to copy that down to about here. What is the other side? Let's say row 30. I'm not going to take the whole thing. And then down here, we take the 17th again, and I take that down, and I take the actual share price from there, and I must make sure, look here, that these are dates. They must be formatted as dates for the first example. So just select them all, and short date format will do. Top tip, when you're drawing a graph, especially in a long list of data, select from the bottom. Otherwise, if you select from the top down, your graph will appear here. When you select from the bottom up, your graph will appear somewhere here. Now, insert a line graph, 2D line. There you are. That's your step graph, your step chart. Just do a little bit of formatting. I should put a good title on there. Let's do it. Something like that would do, wouldn't it? And I should have best practices. Title on the axis, on the vertical axis will do. So there you are. That's a step graph. Key point here is dates. I'm now setting up an area for the second of these, which is to use values in column A, but replacing them with dates on the graph. That's what I mean by this. So in this new table over here, I'm going to use the sequence function to generate a list of numbers. And I know that I want 21 of them. So instead of dates, I'm having numbers. Simple as that. And I repeat that down here, 21. And if you look at it carefully, get down the bottom, I've got the same size and shape. I can do it this way. I can take the data from here now. Now, this is a bit odd, you might think. Let's just do a little bit more formatting in the first graph. And what I'm going to do now then is, again, select from the bottom, insert line graph, 2D, and look what happens. When you do that, with an ordinary value, you get the values in column 1, which is the date number, on the graph. It doesn't help. We don't need it. So it's a mistake to do it that way. But still, never mind. So take that away, and we don't need the legend either. So take that away, and this is what we do. Right click over here, anywhere on the blank area, select the data, and here, horizontal category axis labels, choose the dates from here. Can you see already? It's behaving itself. As soon as I put those dates on there, it became the same. So that's the second one then. So you might say, why do that when you've got this? If you've got your data here and your date somewhere else, which is what essentially I'm saying, then you can create your step chart as easy as pie. And finally, what happens when you don't have the dates? You're stuck with date numbers or something like that, or values in any description, by any description. So for this one, because I'm going to put the graph down the bottom, I'm going to change my mind on how to draw it. So click on open from the top, scroll down, it's going to shoot off the bottom of the bit. There we are. Insert, line, 2D, we get that. Nothing wrong with it, we didn't make a mistake. Let's just format that a little bit so I can see it. And then just expand that a little bit. I need to do two things now. I'm sticking with the date numbers. So here, right click somewhere over on the blank area, select the data and choose the horizontal axis labels to be the date numbers. There we go. Click OK. And there we are. So now we've linked this axis to this column, and the final step should be right click on the horizontal axis, format the axis, and the final step, watch what happens when I change the type, axis options, axis type from automatic to date. Instantly, it becomes a step chart. That's it. Creating a step chart 3 ways with me, Duncan Williamson. You're welcome. See you again soon.